Shit.
It's like whoa. It's like whoa. What's going on? Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. This is running a lot better. I couldn't. My computer couldn't handle 30 FPS on what it initially was. So cool. Cool. All right. We should be back. Okay. We're back. Sorry about that. So now we've done our introductions with BMW and DOTY. So Blitz tonight will be, or today rather, will be running in this regard. We're gonna go over Star Leagues first, and then when Plumbum comes on in about 20 minutes or so, we'll go talk about what related news to him. Then we'll just go talk about other community news, like stuff like that I found out, stuff that's not really Star League, that stuff with Star Leagues that have been happening. And then lastly, we'll have the interview with DOTY, and then following that up with questions and my question that I ask you guys. So that being said, for Star Leagues, we kind of just first go off with the show match, or the show match that will be starting on September. Well, that will be casted by Beast and Elegant on September 1st, 3 p.m. EDT. Now, I'm kind of hoping Game wins that, because I've been casting the Shimmy Rush week, and Game has been just 2-0ing everyone he's been playing. But do you guys have any predictions for that? Bibian's pretty good, though. Bibian's really good.
Yeah, I personally don't think that Game will win. My feeling, no offense to him, he's my buddy, but I think BBM will take it with like one loss, maybe two. But I think he's too much of a good TVP player, so I think he will win pretty easy.
BMW, do you have any idea
On the show match between Bibian and Game?
Yeah. Do you have any predictions?
Oh man, Game is gonna steamroll that guy.
All right,
Please.
so
It's already over with.
So apparently we have 2 games and a Bibian. Okay. I know. I think general consensus, at least when I was looking over at the thread, generally I think Bibian's probably gonna be more favored to win this. And
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, I like Game, but I think more realistic Bibian might take it, but I want Game to win.
Yeah, it's kind of his off race, isn't it? I mean, he's like, he can play all races, but his main race is Terran, isn't it?
Yeah, but Game is playing, I don't know, I couldn't figure it out, because the OP said random, and then it said, I think it initially had TVT, for like the Terran logo next to his name, then it was changed to random. And then I was really confused, because it's like, well, does he have to race call? And then I have like a 5 reply thread with Ella trying to figure out like what was going on, and then we have like a capital letter response from Ella saying race picker. So, yeah. And then I find out it's Protoss, if I'm understanding. So it's like TVP. Am I right, or is he doing TVT? I forget.
Yeah, I think he's going to play Protoss.
I don't even know what race Bibian is.
Bibian's Terran.
I've never heard of that guy.
Bibian's
so it's a TVT, or is Game playing Protoss?
I think Game is race pick Protoss. I think.
Yeah, that's the only way. Because if he TVT, that'd be pretty dirty.
Oh yeah. You know what I just realized though? Because people are nice, and I always forget to do this. I always forgot to associate my stream with the thing. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's going on. Yeah. So
I posted it on page 3, the stream link.
Yeah. No. I forgot to associate my thing with Blitz. Okay, so that being said, I think, yeah. So yeah. So what? It's Protoss. He's Game's Protoss.
Yeah, I think he will play Protoss. But wasn't Bibian the 3rd place finisher of ISL? And
yeah. No, Bibian's Bibian's pretty good.
Yeah, I really think he's going to beat Game.
We have Bakaru in here. Actually, that's kind of cool. And then also Ella, and that's also run by Ella as well. And then Ella's also running Largo versus Karate.
Yeah.
Karate, what, was the all-kill week 2?
It was week 2, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
week 2, yeah. I know, with Karate, like, all-killing, I feel like Karate's gonna take that. Not to put any shame to Largo or anything, but...
Are you kidding me?
What?
Largo...
I knew.
This is the biggest outrage. You just like brushed it under the rug. You're like, God. Yeah, Karate's he's gonna wipe the floor. Dude, let me tell you something. Largo is gonna flex his muscles, crack that nerd in half, and it's gonna be GG. I'm serious. He's gonna smash Karate. I'll put money on that right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Please,
Well,
do not
we have
ever
a
brush
passionate
under the
Largo
rug
fan right
anything
here.
Largo
Okay.
ever plays. Largo will literally show up prepared with some kind of crazy ass builds. You know this, and I know this. That guy's a machine.
I'm still going with karate after all
You guys
killing.
just brushed
Game
under the rug. The karate versus Doty show. Excuse me. Largo show match.
Well, yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, and that's casted by Owa and.
Wow, I feel like I just raged.
Yeah, you did
I
kind
just
of
raged over that, right?
Yeah, okay, so that's casted by Owa and Noise on 2 days from now at 6 p.m. EDT, which I don't know that time zone, but anyway. So those are like the show match heroes, so that's pretty cool that Owa's running. And then going on to Gambit Cup, I was only fortunate to watch the Chinese one, and I was just disappointing play from China again. But yeah, did you guys catch any of the Gambit Cup 3 stuff this week, or did you guys not be able to watch it?
Well, Doty's team kicked my team's ass. That's one result.
Yeah, that's the thing I know as well. But
yeah, I know Doty didn't want to say anything, but my team got our asses kicked.
Well, if we just start with that one from week 3 at least. What I'm thinking is, okay, if I just start with, was it Samjock versus IFU? Wow. Okay, so just to go over this, Samjock 141, spoiler alert, and then Terror, SJ starts off with Terror, IFU starts off with Splax, I think it's this guy's name. Terror takes that game, and then IFU takes out EX, Terror wins that game, Terror versus Eon Zerg wins, and then Napoleon comes out, kills off Eon Zerg and Modesty to have the 4-1 for Samjock Gaming. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I think I don't know. I don't know these teams too. I know I shouldn't say that, but I don't really know who would be the favorite to win this though. But Terra Napoleon, man, that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, Terran Power. We had like no Protoss in these clan war.
It's all Terran, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Terran. There's one Protoss. Okay. Well.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Well, you guys are friends, so is this like an issue for you guys? Is this like an ongoing like rivalry between you two, and just being like, what's going on? You guys getting like?
No, I think we were fine because I didn't play anyway, so I think we both didn't mind too much about this. So at least if regarding our friendship.
Okay.
So that was fine in my eyes, if you ask me.
That's cool. The other thing though is at least for BMW to being the captain person for IFU. If I'm not mistaken, they were talking about I think the time of the Chinese cast, because I watched the VOD of it on Twitch. They were Ella and Noise or whatever the other caster's name was. They were talking about how this was kind of a very important series because I don't think IFU can potentially make it to the playoffs with 3 losses already, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think BMW's team can make it now, which is somewhat. I mean, it's pretty important that. Though that was a pretty deciding factor game because if you lost or your team lost, you wouldn't be able to make it in. But now IFU lost, so I'm not sure if they can really make it to the playoff season yet.
Yeah, that was pretty strange.
Oh, sorry. Before IFU can even think about playoffs, we need to win a damn clan war. It's gotten to the point where we're like pretty snake bitten right now. I don't know. We went from 3-4 to 2-4 to 1-4. It could go to 0-4 to not even fucking showing up. Like.
Why IFU never shows up?
I know I'm putting my own team on. I'm putting my own team on blast, but it's just like, it's been pretty bad.
Okay.
It sucks. It sucks to lose. Believe me, it sucks. I was telling Doty the other day we were pretty much raging in Skype.
Yeah.
We were pretty pissed off after the loss.
That's unfortunate. Do you guys have any remarks that you guys want to say on stream about the game, or are you guys pretty much chill now? But would you guys? Yeah, you guys said you're chill, so that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I'm personally just wondering what I wonder is in general is that Elfio never shows up in Clan Wars, as far as I know, because he's a pretty strong player for IFU, and I'm wondering why he never plays.
Who's that?
Alfio. I don't know how to
Oh,
pronounce
Alfio,
it.
yeah.
Alfio, yeah.
Yeah, Alfio's dad, like, rages whenever he plays Brood War. Like, he literally snapped Alfio's CDs. Like, that's how much
wow.
anger that fool has for the game of Brood War.
Okay.
That's
So,
a
whenever
passionate
Alfio
thing
has
right
to play,
there.
he has to download, like, an elite
Yeah,
version.
if you ask me, he has the potential to all kill some, so well, it's sad that he doesn't play, if you ask me.
All right. So, too bad for Alfio not being able to do an all kill against Samjock, of what we've learned so far.
Yeah.
Going on to still, we have 3 other matches from Gambit Cup. SAS versus Reps. That was a 4-2 towards SAS. I'm not really sure if that's really an upset at all. SAS is a pretty high level team. But that being said, it starts off with SAS starting off with Cute, Reps starting off with Defi. Cute takes Defi down, then Duel, then Artanis, then finally goes down to Plumbum, who takes Cute, and then I don't know, DSAQE, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
And then Zeke comes out, and I cannot really say that's not much of an upset with Zeke beating Plumbum to end it.
Who's this Cute guy? Is he like new to the scene, or I never heard of?
I've never heard of Cute. I honestly.
Are you talking about Cute Pain?
No, well, he might be from SAS now. I mean, Payne has pretty high level people. They may have traded, possibly. Yeah, I've never heard of Cute, but I mean, he took a Defi, Duel, and Artanis. I don't really know much about Artanis. I know he had a strong showing week 1, I think. Yeah. So he was Cute Pain, yeah.
It's Cute Pain.
Yeah. Thank you, Bakaru.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that would cover that. I don't really know if you guys want to talk about that, other than I think that's probably just generally how it went down. I
haven't seen the match, so I can't tell much about it.
Cool. But
it's always good beating Davey and Devault. That's not so bad, so I think Cute is fine.
Props to Cute, man. That's a good result, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, you got three kills on your record. I mean, that's pretty sick, because there is an all-star event, I think, for the people with the best win-loss records. So good job by Cute.
Yeah.
So impressive showing by Cute right there. And then to follow that up, we have LRM versus Sir, with LRM getting an all-kill of... Man, that was Bakaru. Bakaru. I can never pronounce his name. He's in chat.
I didn't even hear about this one.
Yeah, Bakaru got an all-kill, and what makes this even interesting, even more interesting, that LRM didn't have... Halkabeast was saying Bakaru's if I'm not mistaken, said Bakaru's always there for every single clan league for LRM. So, but he wasn't there last week, and I'm wondering if he could have gotten an all-kill last week as well. I mean, LRM still won.
Sick, yeah.
But yeah, Bakaru just got an all-kill right here. Sheepdog, he just took down Sheepdog, Democrat, C, Powert. I don't know. I know Sheepdog was from Team Mesija. I don't know much about Democrat. C, I've heard of. I've casted probably 1 or 2 of his games. I don't remember much about him. And Powert, I've never heard of either.
Yeah, I only heard of C, but he's not too bad. I think he was like B+ or something, so not too easy, but the other players I never heard about, to be honest.
Okay. But grats to Bakaru, and also because I've only seen through the Chinese cast, I contacted Halkabeast, excuse me, and he said the Bakaru versus Sheepdog was a good game. That was game 1 from that series. So if you want a recommended VOD from Gambit Cup from this past week, that's one to go check out, according to Halkabeast. Now I haven't seen it myself personally yet. I'm going to try to, but there's a lot. There's like probably at least like 8 hours, 6 hours of content of Brood War just from Gambit Cup alone.
Yeah, that's true. That's so hard to watch everything.
I mean, also with like casting schedule and everything else going on, it's hard to keep track of Gambit Cup. But
yeah, definitely.
Thankfully, it's completely have coverage over it though. That's pretty cool. And then to close, for the Gambit Cup at least, it's gonna be Fox versus China. Now, I do a lot of Chinese related stuff, CSOL. I even like talk to the casters themselves sometimes, so I know a little bit about this.
Wow, okay.
So Fox beat China by 4-2. Heroes game 1 was kind of IHUFA didn't really play that well, at least from the casting standpoint that or the casters didn't like it. I kind of skipped over some of the games here, and then Bibian gets an all kill. It's Heroes take. Well, let me just sum it down. So it starts off with Heroes versus Iufa. Heroes takes that. Miyuka comes out. Heroes takes that as well. Bibian comes out, take down Heroes. Wuju, Jondu, and then Ziddy. And apparently, if you actually watch that cast, I think it's like an hour and 45 minutes right there in the Chinese cast. They were talking about the. I think Noise was watching the CSOL at the same time that that live cast was going on. They were arguing about how to pronounce Ziddy's name. Apparently, Elwa calls it ZDY. And apparently I call it Ziddy. So apparently there's kind of a confliction between the names right there. I don't know what it's about, but I thought it was kind of funny.
That's not too bad, I think.
Well, Ziddy's just easier to say in a casting standpoint, but yeah. Definitely speaking, China's having some difficulty lately, just in general in Gambit Cup. I mean, first week they had a pretty strong series. I even had what I don't even know the guy's name, but he added me on the QQ, which is like the Chinese IM client, and that was followed by him talking about like, dude, do you know anything about like SAS and LRM? Like, could you give me some like insider information on these guys? Like, China's having difficulty, and I'm like, dude, you just got to be able to stop cheese, man. General like consensus right now for China is that like, if you want to beat China, just cheese them. And he's also saying that China's having a lot of difficulty with Terrans because currently the Chinese team doesn't really train that much for Gambit Cup, which might be another reason why they're not performing optimally right now. And on top of that, they just don't have a lot of Terrans to work with. I was saying Scan might be able to help train them, but we'll have to see how that goes out. Maybe they'll start training, but yeah.
Yeah, but still very impressive from BBN to kill like 3 Protoss players, so that's maybe important for the match versus game.
Very true, yeah.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Yeah.
All right. I think unless you guys have any closing comments for Gambit Cup, I think that's pretty much concludes week 3, as week 4 doesn't start till those casts won't start for another about 4 days or something like that.
Yeah, just cheers to BBN and Bakuyu, both performing pretty well, and yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. So, congrats to Bakuyu. And
yeah, good job, guys.
And, let me see here. All right, where did my show notes go? Okay, moving on from Gambit Cup, SRW, the Shimmy Rush Week. Not too much is happening this past week, other than the fact that I've had the Shimmy pretty much contact me. I think we're doing the round of 8 Wednesday nights, I think is when he wanted to get them done. Like the first 2 matches of round of 8 this Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday there'll be the next round of 8. I don't know why he wants to separate them, but so I guess the round of 8 the reps are in, so if you're watching that, that should be coming out. I'm trying to remember if I did the round of 16 before episode 1, but I think I already posted them at that time, so I'm not really quite sure. But anyway,
if you look at the bracket, you're looking at a pretty potential good Final 4. You got Fold, Game, Jumper, and Lyra. That's a pretty good Final 4 right there for that money.
Yeah,
that's true.
Dude, the one thing I would have to say though for sure, if I can find where's the Wikipedia page? I don't have the Wikipedia page, but the like Gosu like Korean guy. I'm trying to find out. Do you have the Wikipedia page? I don't know where it is. Do you have to go search this up right now? Where is it? Where's the Wikipedia page? I'm so unprepared right now. I thought I linked everything, but apparently I only have the OP. Oh, you know what I can do? I can actually go down to, you know what I did? I can just go to episode 1 because I linked everything. Show me my Wikipedia article. Yeah. Yeah, the brackets right now, except they're not really, what was this guy's name? Gwang Taek, I think is the Korean guy. This guy's good.
Yeah, he is good. That's true.
Gwang Taek is just amazing. But Also, yeah, I'll be interested. Also, Nudie, probably one of my favorite players from this tournament, has had crazy TVTs, TV whatever. It's just been such a fun time casting any game with him. So that was interesting. But, yep. So round of 8's coming out, if you guys care for that. So props to the Shimmy for running that tournament. And other than that, as that doesn't have much information to talk about, the Chinese OSL. That's coming to a close. Round of 4 came out. Round of 4, I casted 2 days ago, 1 day ago, potentially. I forgot when I cast that. What day is today? Tuesday? Sunday.
Yeah, it's
Sunday,
Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunday. I think I cast them Sunday night, and then I got all the VODs up by Monday morning, I think. That was very entertaining. If you want ZVP, like Chinese OSL, like from the past of like round of 8 is all ZVPs or PvP. And I think there's only one series with PvP. So if you want Chinese high-level ZVP, like that is something to watch.
Who's our final 4? Do you know?
Final 4 for China. Yeah, I did make a Wikipedia page on that, or page on it. Give me a second. Give me half a second. Let me okay, that's round of 8 VODs.
So bad. Fuck.
That's round of 8 VODs. No. What is going on here? My computer's freezing. Chrome, why? Blitz. No. Okay. Okay, round of 4. This is spoiler alert, but just to go over the round of 4 for today. The first series in the round of 4 was Ziddy versus Bingjing. I think it's that's running the characters. Or JMBJJ is the guy's name. Ziddy had a really not a great performance, as you guys can tell. It was a 3-0. However, though, this was actually interesting, because if you watched that live, I got really confused for like a solid 20 minutes during that cast, because all of a sudden, like, the VODs, they just ended a VOD, just like, the guy just paused and then ended the VOD, so I'm like, what happened? And then they just went on to another game. So the game 2 never finished, but during that game, Ziddy was completely lagging just so much. And I'm wondering if that really was part of the issue why he didn't perform well, which also might be a reason if you went back to Gambit Cup, Ziddy lost. So I'm wondering if he just had even more lag issues there. Because, I mean, pretty much you're going to have, like, land latency when you're in China with playing people from the same country, at least pretty well most of the time. But I just thought that was interesting. And from that, each series had one must-see game, and I'm thinking this was Game 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Game 3 between Ziddy. That wasn't a bad game. That was kind of like a base trading weird-ish game, but I thought it was very entertaining. And then moving on, Fungzer versus John Hoon. Like, God, Fungzer.
That Zerg is so fucking good. I played him once and he destroyed me like shit.
No, this guy. Okay. This guy is like, no, it's like a god. I swear. No, Fungzer is like not even funny. John Hoon absolutely trashed fake Jaedong like the week before this in the round of 8. And I'm like, John Hoon, man, this guy's good. And also, putting this in perspective, Fungzer is only a level 18. John Hoon's level 19. And like, max cap is like level 20. But putting in perspective, that's like the Olympic level on iCup or whatever super high ELO thing on fishes. I don't know. I don't follow fish at all. But
okay.
So John Hoon is actually theoretically at a higher level if you just go on purely on like numbers and stuff. But Fungzer just absolutely steamrolled him. He just crushed him in style. Game 1, if you want to see the most one-sided ZVP, just watch that, and then you'll see by I think 15 minutes a game, Fungzer had 8 bases, I think, on fighting.
Yeah, I'm just checking it out. He got a lot of bases in that game.
he was dropping everywhere. He was macroing. It was just godlike. If you want like Korean-like or better than Korean-like, that game was just that was good. And then to move on for what's expected for next week. Obviously I'm like whoopsie. I'm obviously the caster for it right now. I'm not sure if that will change, but for the English caster at least. The schedule for CSOL is a little odd sometimes. The Chinese casters do a show match of like OSL players that's not directly related to the OSL. I'm not sure if there's a prize pool to it, but that's played on Wednesdays, I think. Wednesdays. So that VOD would either come out that Wednesday night on my time or Thursday night, depending on when the VODs come out, of course. And then I don't think they play on Friday. I don't think they cast Friday games, but they cast Saturday and Sunday, and the VODs normally come up by Sunday night at the latest normally. So that's probably when the finals will be played if they're playing that, unless they take like a 2-week practice break or something like that. But obviously it's going to be Fungzer versus JMBJJ. And not to say that like Zitty isn't a powerful opponent, and not to say JMBJJ is a bad player, but I would expect Fungzu to take that game pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
Because Zitty's not bad, like I said, but it wasn't like how Fungzu just dominated John Hoon, which is an amazing player. JMBJJ is not, I wouldn't say as good as John Hoon, but even still, I just think it's going to be moderately one-sided, but I think it'll be a good game nonetheless anyway. And that's my prediction. Fungzu is just going to take it. Just amazing player in general. Oh, God. But that's what China needs for Gambit Cup. They need Fungzu and John Hoon, but Fungzu apparently hates lag, which I can understand, because he's so aggressive, and they just need Fungzu. That's really all I can tell you. Best Zerg I've seen in a while.
I'm actually surprised that Fangzi didn't convert to StarCraft 2 with like a lot of the other guys, you know? Doesn't that surprise you, Doty? Because Fangzi's been around for like ever.
Yeah, he's really playing for forever, but maybe you never know. Maybe he doesn't like the game.
Money's still good in Brood War, I guess, over there.
Yeah.
well, actually,
he just likes destroying tournaments, taking free money.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's true.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm also wondering why J-Star never plays. He's an amazing Protoss. I love him as a player, but
yeah,
J-Star got knocked out of the CSOL. I think he got knocked out.
Really?
Yeah, J-Star got knocked out round of 8, and at the time I didn't know who J-Star was. I was still kind of learning him, but the people like this guy for whatever reason.
Yeah, he's amazing. Has an amazing play. I really like his style.
So yeah, I mean J-Star got knocked out in the CSOL, so that might be the reason why. Gambit Cup. China's team could be a lot more rigged, as could be a very, very stacked team, but just due to time conversions and I guess just training wise, they just don't have the ability to do it. But if you were to go back and just talk about like prize money for like what you were talking about BMW about Fung's not converting to StarCraft 2. The Chinese OSL, at least the second one that they're doing, that's coming up, it has a prize pool of I think like around solid like $1,000 or something like that. First place for the second one gets 2,500 yuan, which is about 400 USD. Second place gets around 250. Third place gets 150. The top 8 get.
That's what they get for the OSL.
Yeah. For the CSOL, yeah.
$1,000?
No. The whole prize pool for like a 3-month tournament is
$1,000
the
for
whole
the first prize.
No, for like the whole cash prize, for like everything, the entire all the money distributed.
Okay, that is like nothing.
Wait, I take everything back I said about Fangzi. What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not that big of money in terms of like comparing to StarCraft 2. But this is a pretty, I mean, I don't know. It just seems a little bit bigger for foreign tournaments. That's just like a round of 32 kind of thing, starting out with like that. It's not like a whole bunch of qualifiers where you're getting that. But then again, if we have the Winter Land 2013 has like $16,000 or something like that. But yeah, and then they do it really weird though. But like everyone gets money. Top 8 gets like $80. Top 60 gets $30, and then I don't like the top 32. Obviously, you get it because there's no like registration fee, but just thought it was interesting. And apparently, Scan was confirmed to be in the CSOL, so you potentially might see Scan again. And Scan's level 20, so I don't know. He could potentially take season 2 of CSOL, which I just thought was interesting.
Damn, I mean, really for $1,000, Scan? What are you doing? Get back to California. You know, you can make $1,000 at McDonald's, bro. Come back.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's in
there,
China. I don't. He's just on a Chinese team, team 4, the same team as Cali.
I guess you could live like a king on $1,000 in China. Wow.
Possibly. And I'm not even sure if they do it in land format either. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, and Euroland has 35K. Sorry, it's $35,000 altogether. Thank you, the Zen or whatever the guy's name is.
Hey, Dota, you want to go win the Chinese OSL? It's $1,000 prize, buddy.
Yeah, I'd love to play there. Definitely. But
we'll fly you out to China, which costs more than the actual tournament.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the thing.
I still don't think it's a LAN though. I think it's just purely. Well, finals might be a LAN.
That's awesome. I love LANs. It's amazing.
I think we might be ready to gear up for Plumbum soon. Oh, and then you get 5K for Nation Wars, apparently. I don't know where they get this money from, but it's cool.
Wow.
Anyway, is Plumbum ready? That's the real question. He's not responding to me. Okay. While I'm waiting for that, all right. What else? What else do we have on the talking tables right here? I think we pretty much, pummeled CSOL to the death. While we're waiting for Plumbum to get ready on Skype, the YSL, that's the Yellow Star League. That's run by Nina Zerg and is sponsored by Legendary with a 3 for the E, for the first E, I think. That I don't think is I think they're playing the round of 32 now, maybe next weekend. I think next weekend. Someone could verify that, but I think next weekend. Nothing really changed in the OP. I know I talked to Nina Zerg earlier. I know I talked to. Give me 2 minutes. I know.
Telecom is playing there. He's like above C rank, I think.
And I'm trying to figure. So apparently they were having some issues running the round of 32. So I don't know what the current format is, but I think when I left talking to Nina Zerg, it was going to be like winners and loser bracket kind of thing. So it's double elimination for your bracket for the round of 32. So there's 4 players in each group. 1 player. So there's obviously 2 matches going on. So those first 2 games that are played. Then you have a winner. You have 2 winners and 2 losers. The 2 winners play. The winner of the winners game just automatically goes on to the round of 16. The winner of the losers game is still in there because it's double elimination. The loser of the loser match gets eliminated, and then the people that have a 1 win, 1 loss will go play each other to get the next spot in the round of 16. And then I don't know how it goes on from there, but apparently that is the current format. And Nina Zerg's in the chat, so she could verify that if she wants to, but just thought I would verify that. Otherwise, other news, apparently Ella Master is too busy doing other things, family business, stuff like that. So Nina Zerg asked me and BMW to cast her league, which we said yes to. We're getting an overlay for it. I think we're casting it next weekend. I'm not sure though. I'm pretty sure. I'm a little foggy on all my events, but that's pretty much the YSL. Do you guys have everything to talk about it? Because that's pretty much everything I know about this league right now.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about this. I have been skimming the forums, and it looks like there's a controversy about that there's Noises ASL going on and Nina Zerg C League going on. So I don't think there was an intentional controversy, but I do think that they need to show some love because it's cool to have 2 leagues in general for C rank players.
Yeah, that's true.
I think are you talking about the 3-paragraph long Ella response or something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, Legendary kind of dropped Ewa's name. So
no, I'm not blaming him at all. No, I just saw once I see really, really long pieces of text, it normally means something's going on. I didn't want to read it because I
think they should both just everybody should get
their
along.
Own thing.
It's good for the scene.
Yeah.
Props to both organizers for having
Yeah, the other thing though is
the money and shit and the organization.
Yeah. That's very true. Not only you have 2 prize pools, but also Huckabee said something the week before, which I want to requote here, is that even though you have 2 leagues, which is really, really awesome, and I agree with everything Huckabee is saying, that when you have 2 leagues, say, for example, where, you know, some a high level C rank may not get past the round of 16, might have been an upset, but now they can go down to the YSL and maybe perform very, very well there, or you may have 2 winners from both leagues. So it's kind of cool to see 2 different, you know, similar leagues of round, you know, same skill. I know YSL is strictly for C rank.
To see some.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of nice to see, even though maybe your favorite player, I don't know what a really, really popular C rank player would be right now, but I'm just saying if there's this person that has a really amazing skill, for example, like John Hoon or Fungzer for me, the CSOL. I mean, if they get knocked out, I don't see them for another three months. These people, though, if you have, you know, some C rank person that you really like to see, now you could go watch them in 2 leagues, even though if they get eliminated from 1, you still have 1. So I think that's really, really nice. And you can see how they improve and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and I want to see the next DOTY, you know? I want to see somebody like
the next DOTY. No one's sucking up here.
Conquer the C ranks league, you know, get recruited by like Sam Jock or Reps or whatever, and you know, and become the next DOTY. That's what hopefully the mission is, you know. You know, conquer a tournament and become the next, you know, superstar of Brood War, you know. we need another Zeki, you know. Somebody needs to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh man, if we had another Zeki, that'd be really awesome. I would have to say.
DOTY is the next DOTY.
I'm gonna go add Plumbum into the call, so we'll see if we can get him in here. Let's see how.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, did he just not enter? Did I add him? Did I add him? Yes, I did.
Yeah, you add him. That's fine.
Okay, okay, I think he's here. I think he's. Oh, cool. Well, I'm staying at the overlay. How's it going, Plumbum?
Hello.
Hello, man.
What's up, buddy?
Yo, guys.
Good. All right. So I don't want to take too much of your time, Plumbum. I know it's a little difficult for you to speak oral English, so I'll try to make this as quick and painless as possible for you.
Okay. Slow down a bit. Could you please speak a bit slower? I just understood everything that you said, but slow down.
Sure. You've been part of 2 two pieces of news that we're covering today. We want to have your opinion on both. They're both very positive news, and we just thought we'd show you some I guess community spotlight, if you want to call it that. You ran a tournament that you sponsored with Defi, I believe, called the Provision Tournament number 6, where you actually came up on top, which I thought was interesting. Now, I wanted to ask you, did you get money? Did you get to claim your money from Defi or whoever your second sponsor was from that? I thought that would be kind of funny to go over.
Okay. First of all, I want to point out that you are wrong because Defi wasn't a sponsor of the tour.
I'm wrong.
There were 2 sponsors of the tour. It were me and 7X Lisonok. So I gave $25 to the store, and as I won the tournament, I just received them back.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. I'm also looking at the last the super final round. Apparently, it was called. You played Byakaru 3-0. Was that a difficult final for you at all, or did you have pretty confident ability of taking him down?
You see, this tournament is called Perversion because the maps of this tournament, Outlier, Fighting Spirit, and Aztec, they were not usual. Starting points on these maps were changed. Game lines on this map wasn't usual as it were on original maps. I just think that Byakaru didn't prepare enough at these maps, and I did a bit. Also, obviously, Byakaru is a much more skilled player than me, and you know, Zerg versus Zerg is a bit luck matchup. so I just got lucky. And probably Bakuru just had not his best day. That's it.
Okay. Well, that's nice to keep your $25, which is kind of cool. I always had. I run the Puka StarCraft or the Puka Capture the Flag tournament, and I realized when I was playing my games, I'm like, I'm the only sponsor for the tournament, yet I'm actually a participant in it. And I put $20 down, and then the biggest prize is the mystery box, so no one knows what's inside the mystery box. And I realized, wait, if I win, I already know what's inside the mystery box. There's no gain to actually win this league, which I thought was funny. there was no point. So I'm just like, why would I even bother? So I thought it was interesting. But yeah, okay. So you got to keep your money. You beat Byakuru. That's cool. It was a ZBZ. I didn't realize that, but that's cool. And
yeah, good job.
Yeah, good job, Plumbum. And then
it looks like there were some good players in that tournament too. I mean,
yeah, it was
looking at
Cryok, Sleep,
S2, Bakuryu.
Yeah,
Lee Psionic too.
Pretty stacked tournament.
But I think all of these players that you mentioned, yes, they are good, but I think none of them did play on this map before this tour. And originally, Lisonok wanted to put only one map into this tournament, and it was Perverse Fighting Spirit. And I told him, hey, dude, how about I give you $25 more, and I think there are 2 more maps that could be perverted properly, and that could be rather interesting to play on. And we made a deal. I gave him money, and he modernized and added these 2 maps, Outlier and Stack. And I think I played about something like 5 games at each map. So
you practiced.
Yeah, I did a bit.
That's how you win leagues, man. That's why you should practice. So what the moral of the story of the day is, when you're going for tournaments, especially tournaments that have very bizarre maps, go practice. I think that's what Plumbum's trying to say.
Yeah.
I think. But Plumbum, you also Byakuru, but Byakuru is probably a little happy for you as well. Not only that you, or not to say that you beat him, he might be a little bit, a little mad at that, but I think he's kind of happy that he's still in iCup Clan League, because of you. You're the one who actually allowed to keep LRM still stationed in iCup Clan League, which I thought was very heroic, very, 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 very nice play by you, and I just want to have your opinion on that. I thought it was very, very nice of you to do that.
Thank you very much. The situation, you know, that in the first round, LRM got walked over by a bad manner team defeat, which is ex-VTV team, which is also was and is bad manner. Well, and the second round, it was LRM versus Reps team. And you know, it doesn't matter how many good players do you have in your team. LRM is definitely not a team that you want to play. And taking 3 points from LRM, it's wow, okay, good job. So we were happy about that walkover, but we didn't notice that LRM was going to be kicked out from Clan League. And you know, LRM is the team that has most wins of this Clan League on the iCCup. I don't remember how much they won exactly, but I think something about 10 times. So they are really fucking good in this.
Yeah, who won last year? Was Raps? You guys took them. Yeah, you guys took out. Okay.
Yeah. We won, but yeah, we are great, we are cool, we are awesome, but we don't think something more than is in real about ourselves. We faced LRM in the finals, and we just got lucky because LRM had actually not their top lineup, and we were able to win, and we did it. Yeah, so the point is that my team and me, we are mannered, and we play this game because we love this game really, and we want to do everything that we can to make Brood War staying alive as long as we can. So forcing to kick LRM out of Clan League is not a thing that would help Brood War, you know. So we decided not to take walkover and to play versus them. And this clan war now is in progress. We already played 2 sets out of 5, and it's obviously not running good for us.
Well, that was I totally agree with you. It's always these nice, friendly. It's always to be good for a very family-oriented league, in my opinion. Not sure if it's the best way to describe it. Sorry for interrupting, but
I mean, no Plumbum can be modest all he wants. Believe me, every team wants to win iCup Clan League. That's like the goal of every. I mean, winning Gambit Cup is cool, but winning iCup Clan League is special for any team. So, you know, Plumbum. I mean, as modest as he's being right now, believe me, he was fucking happy when he won iCup Clan League. It's a big deal. MYM won that league. Tot won that league. You know, a lot of good teams have won that league, so it's a fucking good deal, you know?
Yeah. And other related to news to iCup Clan League. Currently, we've had BMW has given me this information. He has been talking about how there's been random admins that are going around that are pretty much making Division A run. So from last week, from it not being able to run, now for that we're having Division A coming back to working because it's the most important part of Clan League, and now with Plumbum, you know, pretty much keeping LRM in Clan League despite them being a very difficult team to win. And right now, Reps is not doing too well in their Clan League. I wish them the best of luck. Despite all of that, it looks like it's going in a little bit more of a positive direction than last week, which is always nice. And the, Clan League has also picked up another admin that's a full admin now that used to be a super admin. Apparently is iCup Chrome, I think is the guy's name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think that's pretty much everything regarding to Clan League. Plumbum, did you have any closing thoughts? Because I don't want to take any more of your time.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I think nothing bad would happen if I'll do it. You see, we have 2 major leagues now. It's Gambit Cup and iCCup Clan League. And since iCCup Clan League is not running very good because some long time ago it lost. You know, did you know that some time ago the winner of Clan League received $1,000? Do you remember these times?
Yeah, I do.
BMW probably does. I'm still moderately new to Clan League.
First of all, I think that Clan League should receive at least 1 or would be better 2 good admins who would be glad to help Brood War, and I think it might be good if we could have some kind of merge between Gambit Cup and iCCup Clan League. I talked already with some guys who are involved in this, and they said no, never, and I was disappointed.
It'd be a very nice idea. I like the idea a lot. I think currently, if you want to pretty much just, you know, tie 1-1 together, I think with just looking at it in events from the ASL and the YSL right now, I think is what it is. That those leagues are, I think, we're trying to merge. but then ultimately didn't want to merge. I like the idea though. I'm not flawless. I probably couldn't do that, but that's something definitely to consider, especially with the difficult times that Clan League is having right now. And not only that, if the organization is pulled off the site, because I know BMW could probably verify this, is that part of the issue that Graphy had, which was one of the old super admins or the person that kind of oversaw Clan League, had issues implementing the site, if I'm not mistaken.
It's very hard for Plumbum doesn't realize this, but there's like, Dota has like 6,000 users, Warcraft 3 has a couple thousand, and Brood War has maybe 700 at max. So for a head like the top admin, like it's very difficult to to deal with the number 3 when you got the other 2 like maybe making money for them. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's kind of like the stepchild. You know what I'm saying? That wants wants a little attention, but for the top admins, it's very difficult sometimes to put their focus on Brood War. Because it's been around so long, and Dota makes more money for them, for example. But,
yeah.
I mean, they are keeping it alive, they are keeping it alive the best they can.
So...
Yeah, great.
Go ahead. I think even what BMW is saying is even strengthening Plumbum's point at this stage right now. Because right now, there isn't a lot of oversight over Clan League. And not to mention, BMW still doesn't have. I mean, are you still a trial? If I'm not mistaken. BMW?
I'm still a trial.
Yeah.
I haven't even been promoted, so I can't even.
He can't even do anything right now. And Chrome is kind of. I'm not to like diss on Chrome, but the guy is kind of. He's all over the place. I'm not. I think he's still trying to learn what Clan League is, but definitely, if you were able to have a better organization for it, like iCCup does. I mean, if you even look at, just by the structure of the Wikipedia post is more than enough to really sustain of like how it's going. So you have 9 weeks. The issue though is just you need to have someone dedicated to updating Wikipedia. If they could merge and get all the teams to work well with that kind of system, then I think it would more than likely work. It's just having to shift all the Clan League teams onto Team Liquid at that point, which you're kind of removing iCCup, but maybe not necessarily it's the worst idea. But
can I just point out that DOTY and Plumbum look like twins? I'm just looking at this picture. I just want the Skype.
Oh my God.
Skype chat needs to comment about this, that they look like twins.
I'm sorry, but I can't see a picture of DOTY. Where is him? Can you show me?
He's on stream. Where
to the stream to Plumbum. He looks exactly like Plumbum.
Yeah, I'm like your little brother, man.
Oh my God.
And you beat me like in PvP. I was so sad.
Yeah, I was so happy. I was just, whoa, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Yeah, you gone like 4 gate and I did like 3 gates, so obviously you had a couple more zealots. That was pretty retarded by me, but.
I need to hear the Skype chat's confirmation. Does DOTY look like Plumbum? If he does, give me a 1. Press 1 on the Skype chat.
We have a Rawful, a lol, and Lamo apparently on chat. Apparently, EM Circus lol. Yeah, that was.
Oh, there's a 1.
Lol, we had a lol again. We got. Wait, do we have 2 lols? No. We got a 2. We got a 2.
Oh, come on! I need more 1s.
We got 2.
I need confirmation. 2. Oh no!
I'm going with the. I'm going with the 1. I'm going with the 1. Oh God. Okay. So I guess 1.5. Okay.
Wow,
1.5.
You could actually pass for a handsome Plumbum.
Yeah, man.
Oh God. Oh man.
Oh shit. Okay.
We got 0, 0, 0 apparently.
That's gonna be a joke that's gonna go on for
apparently
a while.
Someone in the time of making this, by the time DOTY made this account, or when DOTY joined, there's a DOTY_cool account apparently.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, that's you. Oh, I thought someone was just like making a fanboy account. I'm just like, why on earth? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Plumbum, it's been nice to have you on air. Hopefully we
feel
can
better now. I had to get that out of my system. I'd been staring at it for like 2 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's okay. That's okay.
I think we're gonna go on this for way too long. Anyway, Plumbum, it's been fun. Thank you for pretty much all your help to the community. I even saw Byakuru said thank you for LRM and had a great game. I think I saw Byakuru say that.
Man, great job.
So thanks for being on air with us. Hopefully we can get you on sometime in the future. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on.
Okay.
Thanks, Plumbum.
Bye, man.
Cool.
Yo, bro.
Goodbye.
Amazing shit.
Oh, come on, drop me out.
I don't know how to. End call with this person, but if I do that, wait, can you press the red end call? But there we go. There we go. I don't know how to do it. All right, hold on. Okay, there we go. We got.
I gotta take a fast toilet break. I'm almost like peeing my share, so.
Okay, go take a BR.
Yeah.
All right. So, other than the almost looking like twins discussion, so far we've covered. What have we covered? Show Match Heroes, Gambit Cup, Provision Tournament, SRW, CSOL, iCup Clan League, Yellow Star League, DRTL. Okay, because I used to do a lot of Season 2 stuff for this league, for D-Rank's Team League. It is moderately difficult to follow. The organization isn't, the information's kind of scattered everywhere, so it's very difficult to find stuff. So, I pretty much just copy-pasted the bracket for us, because... Yeah, the bracket. Yeah, I'm pretty much. That's pretty much all there is to it. That's all.
D-ranks is just show up and be amazed by play. That's what the D-ranks team league is. Show up and have a good laugh for a 3-hour.
Yeah. Well,
I love the D-ranks team league. That might be one of my favorite leagues.
Well, thank you to Nikon for running it for the 3rd season, I think. Which is really nice. Awesome. So this is the current table thing for it. Now, I was just previewing this a little bit earlier on. Now, it appears that SK Team 3 was just a walkover altogether. I don't think they're participating anymore. Because if you scroll down a little bit further, you see just 03, 03, 03, 03, 03, which generally doesn't happen. Especially since they've been, up to that point, have been like 1-3, 2-3. You normally win at least one match in these kind of clan leagues most of the time. And I'm assuming SKT3 just was walking over by everything else. But to give out current updates about all these players, Courage is it tied with Despa right now, but they're behind a half a game or half a series, I guess, like if you would say in baseball, if you will. They're 3-1. Despa is 3-2. SB, which I don't know what it stands for, is 3-1, which is tied to Team Courage. But I guess Despa played their match already, so I guess there's a 3-way tie up to this point, and Leeson wins. Team All Kill Kings is 2-2. And alright, so Despa's the only team that's played 5 games now, and Team 2 has played. Okay, so Team All Kill Kings is 2-2, Team 2 is 3-1, Versus is 2-2, Ace is 2-2. So it's kind of like first place and then second place. I mean, it's like 2-2 and then 3-1. And then, yeah, pretty much. So that's fun stuff. So I don't really know what much else to talk about this league, because I don't really follow it that much. It's very difficult to find VODs, which is the biggest issue for me. I just can't. I can never find out where the VODs are. I know Birdie does, like a new caster. Birdie does it,
or replays for that matter.
Yeah,
we've had this conversation before, Fitz. We give props to any of the D-Ranks team leagues teams that actually show up with their replays.
Oh yeah, for Clan League, yeah.
Organization in that league is sometimes left to be desired.
Birdie can export. Okay, no, never mind. But you can kind of embed this table though. The table's nice. The table's really, really nice. I like that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying it's
Brudor Clan League does a nice job for them.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't really know what else. I don't know this league. I just thought I'd give some spotlight. And then there's a DRIL, which I'd never linked, so I have to go find that. Which I'm a little sad about, but that is Brood War CL. Or I mean, sorry, DRTL. Unless you have anything to really talk about BMW, I don't think any of us are really in any kind of shape to really say anything about that league, because we don't think we really know much about it.
Yeah, I really haven't. Not too much. And Doty has no clue what we're talking about right now. Yeah. Restroom.
Yeah,
that's fine now. I just realized what we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Can I ask the Skype chat one more question? Does Doty sound like TLO, the little one from StarCraft 2? Please give me a 1 or a 2 if you think Doty sounds like the little one. Doty, say something nice.
Hello. I don't sound like TL1. I think the little one. He's the little one. I don't know his name.
God, I swear you could pass.
You're asking people like a Brood War like talk show of like everything Brood War. Why would these people? Why would you ask that question? I mean, like honestly, these people probably don't. I mean, maybe some of them will watch StarCraft 2, but generally they're kind of here to be like, dude, let's keep Brood War alive. Let's not go commit to the StarCraft 2 scene, bro. No.
StarCraft 2 sucks.
I apologize to Doty. People are telling me that's just a generic German accent.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was saying. Like when we started, Germans sound stupid when they speak English.
Yeah.
Well, I think. Oh, yeah. I don't think we really know much about anything other than that. Okay.
Yeah, Doty might be the first German I've ever
talked to. There was someone in chat though that did say he sounded like TLO. Someone did say that. Who said that? I know someone said that. DMJ858 said that. And Plumbum's back here. Okay, but
so I look like Plumbum and I sound like TLO.
So you're like a merge, maybe.
Oh yeah, I'm like a fucking mix of.
Maybe you're like back, some ancestors down the road, and they just merged, and you came out to be an offspring.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Moving on to Puka Puka Capture the Flag tournament. That's my league. That's just a community league. I mean, I even made a Wikipedia page, man. I feel happy about this. I'm so good, and BMW just walked off his camera. That's okay. All right, so the whole premise of this is that it's capture the flag on 2 random maps that no one's ever heard of, and yeah, pretty much, yeah, capture the flag. No one's really ever played it. I thought it'd kind of be fun. It was. People are having a little bit difficulty finding because it's a free-for-all tournament, so people are having difficulty finding time zones to work well because you're trying to commit with 5 people.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, Group A got pretty much all their players. They got the Marine in there. However, though he had to leave earlier on, but that was last week's news. Group E finished this week. That was my league. I'm a little pissed off because I lost. But I also realized, but I also realized that I can't really I don't gain any benefit. I can only keep the $20 and keep my mystery box, and I already know what's inside of it, so it's not really much of a beneficial gain for me at all. But yeah, so from Group E, Mama Her and Smile made theirs. Badass Gallows didn't make it, and Psionic Reaver didn't come due to family issues. His father has cancer, so
that sucks.
So pray for him. Pray for him. It's gotta be tough. But yes, I was gone. Psionic Reaver didn't come because obviously family issues. Badass Gallus is my friend. That made him a custom account because he's from the team Badass, but he didn't want to play, so he just dropped out. Group B did not finish yet. I haven't had Group B or C done yet. I need them. Group D sending the replays already. But that cast has to be waited for because apparently I don't know why, but I've had like 5 people ask me to co-cast for the Capture the Flag tournament. I don't know why on earth people want to co-cast this. Like go pester like Ella or like Halkabeast for like Gambit Cup or like other leagues that need to get coverage. I don't really know why this league wants more coverage, but apparently it does. But there isn't really much else going on about this league other than the fact that it's coming to a close. I think you have like 3 more days to get the replays in, but I probably will have to push back that date because I haven't heard from groups B or C yet. And what I probably will be doing to follow this up with, because I think it's a lot of fun, I'll probably just doing like some kind of like Saturday weekly tournament with like $10 prize pool to do this kind of thing. Just who comes up. We'll see if we can make it a weekly event or something like that. That'd be kind of fun for the future. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, that's Capture the Flag. That's Puka Capture the Flag. Unless you guys have anything to really talk about, it's not really that important at all.
I'll shoot for Elegant. He's cool. I love him. So I'll shoot for Elegant.
Elegant actually dropped, actually. Apparently
no.
What?
Did he drop, or what do you mean?
He's been replaced with South Park.
Oh, okay.
So South Park is pretty good, too.
Yeah, I just haven't updated Wikipedia yet. Yeah, South Park was like, he wanted to join, but he joined like immediately, like right after I wrote the post that saying, registration's closed. But then he came in, but then South Park was like, I said like, well then right after that, Elgin said, no, I can't come because my internet's really shitty or whatever, for whatever reason. And then from there, yeah. So South Park's in there. I don't know if he's gonna be able to play. Of what I understand, but it's people are having difficult time to communicate with him. But I don't know. But that's just to be given, because most of the time these groups end up just 2 people can't make it, so it ends up just being 3 people, a 3-way free for all. So it's kind of cool. But yeah. And moving on to the ASL 2, I guess like the sister. The sister tournament of the YSL, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it. The Amateur Star League, I guess is what it's called, right? No? I'm wrong? Maybe? No?
Which league are you talking about?
ASL 2.
Amateur Star League?
Yeah. It's Amateur Star League. Okay. I'm gonna start doing this a little bit more, because it's a lot easier to get better coverage of events that I do not follow so strictly. For example, right now ASL 2 is still kind of in the finishing up, polishing off stages, stuff like that going on, getting up to the point. ASL 2 is YSL's mentally disabled little brother, according to Nina Zerg. I'm not saying I say that, but I'm just saying that's quoted Nina Zerg right there. But I do have this thing by the Shimmy, who's the organizer for it. He said, blah, 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 blah. Signups are closed Tuesday, which is today, about 3 hours ago. There's a lot of participants that are going into it. They have qualifiers for the tournaments. Qualifiers are played on September 1st at 19 CAT and September 2nd at 21 CAT. Cast will start September 7th with HackleBeast and Elegant, their casting duo, and players took a look out for are Rush and Wands, a previous 1st and 2nd place winners of ASL 1. Wands is actually also in the Focus StarCraft League, or Capture the Flag League, whatever you want to call it. And players like Action, Overdoses Action, AOV's Poetic, Queerness Fox, I think is how you put it. I always call him Quinzerus, but apparently Queerness Fox, Iufa, he was in Gambit Cup. Yeah. And tune in for Noises Amateur Star League with a D face. That's what he said. So that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's got some dope graphics on that little hype thread.
Oh yeah, the hype video. I was like, whoa, it's just Brood War. It looked like an action movie the way it looked like.
The shimmy is balling out over there. He's got some money.
Oh, shimmy. Not the Shimmy.
Is it Shimmy?
I don't know why. There's 2 event organizers that literally have the same name. I do not know why. But apparently they do. Just apparently they have that. That's pretty much all there is. So pretty much qualifications are starting soon, and then VOD should be able to start coming out, which I'll start getting coverage for when they come out. September 1st, I think is when that, and then I'll probably happen to start episode 4 or 5, maybe that will start coming on. Because next week, I don't think coverage is going to start till the next week after that. So, that's ASL 2. Oh, DRIL. Hold on. I'm not going to forget this league. I forgot two leagues. The Smurf tournament, I think is what it was called, that I missed last week. I'm not missing it again this week. I haven't seen it on the Brood War tournaments page. I'm not really.
Yeah, it fall down a little bit.
Yeah, fall down a little bit. But
Cody, will you be participating in that league?
I can't.
It's like well, let me spoil this. Yeah, let me spoil that.
You know what happens if you say that you're in it, you're automatically out.
Yeah, true.
So let's not get your friend.
Go ahead and plead the 5th, will you?
Let's not get your friend. Oh yeah, guess who else Smurf event? Yeah, that got knocked down. No one's posted this in 5 days. Why? Oh, I guess people are still getting contacted. Well, apparently someone's named HackleBeast on this. Apparently, I find funny. HackleBeast apparently is playing this even though he wouldn't. Chupung Ryong is the map. Okay, so apparently it's a round of 16 group stages. It didn't even bother. It didn't get up to a round of 32. I believe there are some backups. Yeah, there's a fair amount of backups now. And yeah, so that's very interesting. Congrats to Ewa for organizing it, and okay, sponsors Prowler. There's a $100 prize pool, which is cool, a lot bigger than mine, and yep, that's the Guess Who All Smurf event run by Ewa, and to end it off, where is on Earth? Oh, look at that. D-Rank's individual, and it's already bumped up, too. I feel god-awful right now. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. It ended. No, it didn't. All right. Oh, that's cool. They actually have a nice bracket right here. I didn't know that. Challenge.com. So, I believe last week it was all the way up to the round of 4. Gaoshi versus Psionic Reaver. Gaoshi won 3-1. Team Messages U-Round versus CPT's Beefy. U-Round beat Beefy 3-1. Gaoshi versus Team Message U-Round. And then there's the bronze match that will, go for 3rd place, but neither of them been played. So it'll be Gaoshi versus U-Round for the finals, and PR versus Beefy for the 3rd place match. If you want to see it, I can give it to you guys. And that is everything regarding Star Leagues up to this point. That is everything. Unless you 2 other co-hosts have anything else to talk about regarding Star Leagues, because I think I've covered everything.
I think we covered everything. You did a good job.
Yeah. Okay. I think I pretty much got as much depth as I possibly could.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it just blows my mind how much is actually going on in Brood War right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you just have to grab it from like 4 different websites. You're good. No, there's a lot of stuff happening actually. It's just you just have to. It can make it sometimes. Probably take me about 3 hours to probably get all this and just pretty much. I don't want to write down all notes because it would just take a while, but just to refresh my mind of what's going on in the scene and stuff. So yeah, there is a deal amount of stuff going on. So people that are saying like keeping Brood War alive, I don't think it's really dying. I think there's plenty of pretty much stuff going on, but it's kind of nice to have all this stuff going on.
Yeah, me and Doty have been hearing, Brood War's dying for like 6 years. No joke.
Yeah.
It's like, Tot's quitting the league. Brood War's dying. And it's been like
we're still playing.
It's been like that for about 6 years. It's like it's just part of the scene to hear Brood War's dying.
What is it like 15 years now?
You're not doing it enough to keep the scene alive.
Yeah. All right. So going on to community news. This section's a lot shorter most of the time. We're kind of winding down here. Community news. SWBRI is back in action. Our Swedish Brood War Initiative. They're talking about the Swedish government apparently they want to have like a website to help out with that. They're thinking about like hiring a like a StarCraft 2 graphic designer for it and the posts and threads and stuff like that. So Yavataran's back. His birthday happened. He was back from Europe. All this fun stuff. So he's got more paperwork, and things are going pretty well for the Swedish Brood War Initiative, is what I'm understanding. They're still in the development stages, but they're going in a positive direction. Unless I'm missing anything.
I have no idea what the Swedish Initiative League is. Doty, do you have any idea what it is?
I haven't read it. The whole thread.
I tried to read the thread. And I had no idea what the Swedish were actually talking about.
That's true.
I think it was like aiming to get like sponsor, like running tournaments sometimes can have difficult time to find a sponsor. So I think they're there to sponsor tournaments, and then they have event organizers that organize stuff. I think that's the whole general consensus of what they're trying to do. Get more prize pool in there to get more tournaments going. To give out, I guess, bigger cash pools, and that, in correlation with Ella's StarCraft organization and every other sponsor that's out there, there'll be a lot of prize money. For quite some time.
If you want a good tournament, then you go get Ominous. He's got to be the best Swedish caster. You go grassroots, get Ominous. He'll do it for free. You get some good organization, and you get somebody to sponsor it. Now, I could not understand that thread at all when I read it.
So, okay, hold on. I have full on sending me a message through Skype. He's saying, in Sweden, the governments give out a certain amount of money to groups. I don't know what defines as a group, but they're trying to organize one for Brood and apply those funds to tournaments, I believe. That's what he's saying.
So the government is offering money?
Yeah, Sweden has a very weird... When you compare it to the U.S., government is very different. Yeah, pretty much. They have a... Their economy is different, I think. And I don't know. I don't.
Shit, that is fucking money. I'll run a tournament.
I don't know why a government would run a StarCraft tournament, but I'm just saying that's apparently what they're doing. So they're taking government funds and then they're applying it to Brood War. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's good though. I mean, if it's money that you can win, that's great.
The Swedes, man. They got good-looking women and they offer money for Brood War.
Yeah, that's true. That's
God damn.
Oh,
I love Sweden.
Well, there's a reason to go support the Swedish Brood War initiative. That's
IMBA, right? That's IMBA. I can't compete with that.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. Hold on. I think I have one more thing from Folon. You got it in U.S. colleges too, right? If you want some hobby club. Oh well, I guess I don't know Folon. Folon's asking if you get like government funds to do like clubs in college. Yeah, except I'm not really sure if it's like for giving out for like competitions though, like to start up a club to like for like an event or something. I don't even know. But yes, I guess there is something like that for the US. So that's the Swedish Brood War initiative. That's cool. Another community thing is Cardinal Allen made a 2v2 map that's kind of more of a StarCraft 2-esque like one, which is pretty much meaning that you and your ally are in the same base, so you're not like halfway across the map in cross positions, and it's very difficult to help out your opponent, which makes them very weird and entertaining 2v2s nonetheless, but it's kind of more of a traditional StarCraft 2. He's made updates to version 1.1. It's called Lloyd's Beacon, and let me get the team... Oh, I'll just show you the map, I guess. It's probably the best thing to show you. This is what the map looks like. As you can tell, the two spawn locations up in the top right and the top bottom, but there's two spawn locations, so you're inside the same base, the main base.
Wow, that looks crazy.
Yeah, this is how what StarCraft 2 2v2 is like. So 2v2 regularly, like if you're like a 2v2 Brood War player, it would be hard to apply yourself into StarCraft 2.
Yeah, I bet. It looks strange.
Oh boy.
And that is Lloyd's Beacon. So if you're interested in playing it, it is for download. Again, I have the links in the show notes if you want it. Our correlated partner that we've not figured out exactly how to incorporate yet, we're still working on it. I'm still in contact with Tupocalypse. ABC or Brood War on the... I don't even know what ABC stands for anymore. Amateur Brood War Coverage, that's what it means. They were talking... They pretty much did episode or volume 2 now, so it's very lengthy article. If you're lazy, you're watching this. If you're adept at reading, you're going to be doing that. So whatever way, you can get coverage on Brood War no matter which way you look. If you look at the talk show, if you want to watch the talk show, if you want to listen to the MP3, if you want to go read this, you're good. There's a lot of coverage, and it's very graphically awesome too. They even have reps. They even have like they cover like all Gambit Cup too. It's kind of nice. They weren't lazy and then just went to the webpage. They said that the Shimmy was casting the CSOL right here, casted by the Shimmy, which is incorrect. They should fix that right away. But yeah, so go check that out if you haven't read it. It's very, very nicely read. It just takes a while, but if you want a quicker, summed up version, a non-biased version of it, because the show also shows all like 3 co-hosts' opinions on stuff. If you want just more of like a summarized version of it, kind of back. If I remember, if you go back, you know, there was like those like formal write-ups before VODs were released. You know how they would like summarize the whole game in like text format. If you guys remember that, no, possibly no, maybe not.
No idea what you're talking about right now.
No, like when Korean VODs, people would write out like the whole summary of the game in text. You'd read it. No, apparently not. That they did exist at some time. Anyway, Hyun's back. He's bringing out uniforms and the SK Team 3 uniforms. I don't normally do Korean stuff, but this is just a community member that's doing a lot of stuff. He already started shipping out the uniforms. awesome stuff right there. And also, there's a member called Dan Sickle who apparently at the last Pro League was getting autographed the KT jerseys, and then would donate it to Violet. If you haven't heard of Violet, you probably should have by now. Again, I don't normally do Korean stuff, but this is pretty important. Someone's life has passed away. Violet, I think he was on KT, I think it was, and by age 23 he had acute something, like cancer, acute cancer, something like that. So go write RIP on his thread, and
rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, very sad.
Rest in peace. So, now that covers everything that's community based and Star Leagues. Now, question time. Doty. So now we have your interview. Just took a while. BMW. I think I've talked for quite some time. You want to take this? You want to take the front lead for this?
If anybody in the chat wants to ask Doty a question, Doty will be be glad to answer too. Please don't make it inappropriate for Doty.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Doty,
I'm ready.
Doty, you've been in the scene a long time. Like, I want to say, how long have you been? 2000, 2001? When did you start playing?
I think I played for like, let me think, 6 or 7 years, so around like 2003, 2004, something like that. I started when I was like 14 or 15, and I'm 21 now, so 5 or 6 years.
When did you? What made you start playing the game?
I started to play StarCraft when I got to know a buddy of mine, which I know for like 8 years right now, and he was like playing this game, and I was like interested in it. And the funny thing is, he was like showing me the game and telling me I should start Protoss because it's the most easiest race you have in StarCraft. And after like a couple of months, I already was better than him and joined his brother's team. He was also playing StarCraft. Maybe some Germans remember that player. It was Yogi.
Were you in Ash, ASH?
No, my first
Is that the team you joined?
No, my first popular team, which I would call it, was like W4SP. I don't know how to pronounce this. I just write it in the chat. It was this one. And yeah, that was the first team we were in with like Yogi and Collector. Closer to you, he was a very strong German Zerg. And Tsetsang, this guy, he was a very good German Protoss.
Yeah, I know.
We was like back then we was like fighting against MTW. They had like Horror and what was the other guy's name? I can't remember.
Horror. They had Horror.
Horror. Horror. This fucking Terran.
Horror. Fucking Terran cheeser.
Yeah, and we was like fighting for the top spot when it comes to the German clans, and actually we managed to win BWCL when there was like still MYM playing and such great teams. So that was like the biggest accomplishment we could make as a team, and yeah, that was amazing. Good old times.
So you've pretty much, you've been to the top of the mountain. You've been in a lot of the top teams. Right now? Are you just in retirement mode? Or are you still actively gaming, or what's your plan right now for this year? Are you going to be training for? I know Eon Zerg was asking how much you practice for ISL 3. Let's just start with that. How much did you practice for that?
For ISL 3, I basically, when I seen that I got to play Ace in the first round, I already was like, okay, fuck this, because people know that my PvZ is like used to be pretty bad. After ISL, I was a lot better in that matchup, but before I was like, oh fuck, I gotta play Ace. I'm gonna like lose in the very first round, and yeah, so I wasn't that much too motivated to practice for it, but I practiced PvZ a lot with my German buddy Red. Shouts to him. He's very cool and always motivating me to play. And yeah, I didn't like gone crazy on practicing, but I did some practicing definitely, and I'm saying like practicing 1,000 times right now.
Wow.
My English sucks.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
So me and Fitz, we analyze your play with PVZ, and we notice you do heavy sayers. Like you are really into sayers.
Yeah.
When did you start like doing heavy sayer play in your PVZ game?
That actually I do remember. That's when I lost to LRM guy. I think it was Pike, if I recommend correctly.
Right. Yeah.
And I only lost because I haven't done enough cores, and he just like built a couple of Mutalisks and sniped my High Templars, and I was so fucking pissed that I was like, okay, like from now on I'm gonna build like a shitload of Corsairs and not ever gonna get my High Templar sniped again, because that makes me so angry. And yeah, that's probably the reason why I play a lot of Corsairs in PvZ.
I think I think there was a series. I forget what it was, but I think I just called every single time it's gonna be like +1 Corsair with all the same build over and over and over again. Just like he's gonna get +1. Just you could just tell.
Yeah, that's a standard for me nowadays. But yeah, I don't know. Corsairs are always good. You don't even need them like. Only if he makes Mutalisks you can like use them very good in the late game against when he like build Ultraling and not enough Hydralisks, and then Corsairs can be very annoying. Even if you build them in the early game and can't use them that effectively, you can still use them very well in the late game. So I don't think that it's too much of a disadvantage.
Right. Are you a fan of DT play?
Yeah, lately I'm trying to adjust a little bit to that, because DT play can be so freaking strong, but I never figured out how, like, the good Korean pros like Bisu, like, going crazy with their Dark Templars, and if I go around with my Dark Templars, I just get them killed by Hydralisks, and well, so I gotta figure that out still, but yeah, I'm trying, definitely.
Yeah. What would you say is your max APM right now, like a legit APM?
I usually have around like 350, but it feels like 100 at my new computer.
Oh, really?
Because I misclick so much. It was like very strange. I played like for the whole time I played StarCraft, like 6 years. I was playing at my old computer, and then I just switched to Windows 7, and it feels so strange, and I do so many misclicks. But yeah, that's why I play a lot right now and try to get used to it so I don't suck anymore.
Is there any more questions from the chat for DOTY? I mean, come on, guys. This is an A- Protoss. If you have a question, you ever had a question you wanted to ask an A- Protoss, now's your chance. So you're saying you practice?
Wow!
You practice,
Wow!
How much do you practice an hour? I mean, a day usually, DOTY. Do you practice like an hour a day? Do you practice 3 hours a day?
Oh, it depends on in which mood I am. If I like stop playing and lose like the 2 first games, then I don't feel like playing more. But usually I play about 2 or 3 hours a day. So like Fish and a little iCup. Sometimes some fun 2 versus 2 games. I suck in 2 versus 2. But it's
what's your max on Fish?
My max was, I played like 40 games last season, if you call it season there, I don't know. And I was like 1,270, I think, with like,
nice.
70% or so, not too much, but yeah.
Bakuryu is asking, will you play in the next Gambit Cup 3 match? And I know you have an arm injury right now, so give everyone a status update about DOTY's arm injury.
Yeah, by now it's fine again. I had a small nerve inflammation, I think you call it in English. So it just were like hurting, and by now it's fine. So, and I think I'm gonna play against Reps this week.
Oh shit! The gauntlet has been thrown down. You hear that? So we're calling Plumbum now Big DOTY, and then you're Little Plumbum.
Yeah, we could both.
No.
So big DOTY better be ready, because Little Plumbum's coming to play.
Oh my god.
That would be awesome if we play the first match, definitely.
Yeah, I'd like to see DOTY versus Plumbum for game 1.
Go for it.
Make that happen.
If he's fine with it.
PvP? Can we make that happen? PvP?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna end the show with a PvP.
Sure.
If he wants to. I don't think it. I don't know.
I'm reading this chat. Some very inappropriate questions.
Wrote some very well.
I think though, if we're waiting for him to reply, I think we need to answer this question. There was 2 questions that I thought was hilarious. Doty, in your opinion, are probes male, female, or neither? From Stratos.
I would think they're neither. I can't tell.
And Nina Zerg asked, are Reavers male or female?
Oh.
You have to choose. There's no option for neither in her question, so you have
both
to.
Asexual, huh?
They're probably female because they're slow as fuck, so they won't match.
Oh.
Just kidding. No, I don't know.
Biakaru is asking, what team do you think will win Gambit Cup 3?
I should say SJ right now, but yeah, I don't know. LRM is very strong. They're like 3-0 right now, and I don't know who's the second team, but I hope we can win. I guess it's maybe SJ, LRM. I think these 2 can win, but I'm not sure. I can't tell.
Let's hope your team will win.
Yeah, I hope so, definitely.
So, Doty, walk us through this Samjock agreement. Why did they change the name from NB? Was there a money transaction? Everybody wants to know. Give us the truth. I want to know what the hell happened.
Yeah, it was basically because of Gambit Cup, and they sponsored it for us, so we joined them. That's like the
Okay, so there was a money transaction of like $50?
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, that's good. Everybody wants to know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
There is sponsorship coming into some of the Brood War teams now, so.
Yeah, I think
it's good to know.
Anyway, because NB looked like very ugly. I didn't like that tag at all, so SJ is better.
You could just change the whole name to Fitz or Puka. Just.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put down like $1 if you want. I mean. All right. Well, let's see here. What's your favorite UMS, Doty?
I like to play Micro Tourney a lot, and Nexus. We used to play a lot back then. That was very fun. So that would be my best 2 homes.
And
so this is a good question.
Wow.
This one's like, what do you think Siki's worst Achilles heel? So basically saying, what's Siki the worst at? Like, how could you beat him? Like.
What I realized when I played him in the ISL Grand Finals, that he was like, oh, I didn't knew the time very well, and I'm just finished sleeping, and I'm not ready. Like, he was like excusing before we even started, and yeah, I realized he's very weak against drops. I mean, I won that one game doing making Reaver drops mixed with some Dark Templars that was like confusing him so badly. And then like mixing in a second shuttle, so I had like one Dark Templar in his main base, dropping Reaver at his third, then dropping another Reaver with my second shuttle at his natural, and he was like totally, not comfortable with that style. Same on Aztec, I think was the game also. They are gone for a Reaver drop as well, and when I came with my Reaver and the 2 Zealots, he only had like a couple of Hydralisks and almost died to the first Reaver, so he's like much more of a macro-oriented and late-game player, not like he's not used to like extraordinary strategies. So I think that's the best idea to play against him.
But how do you survive past the Ziki-lings, though? That's the important question. How do you pass?
Yeah.
how do you get past those? I mean, that's an issue. Now.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid. On that game, like Bloody Ridge, he could like run through my wall, which I made with the Pioneer and the Gateway, but I was aware of that. I just have planned to block the other spot where he could run through with a probe or a zealot, but I just was too slow on that game, and then he went through and like killed me with 3 hedge massling. Once he got in, that obviously was over. Yeah, and same on Taucross. He also like link busted me kinda there, but I wasn't prepared for his Mutalisk anyway, so I don't know if like the run by made the game. I'm not sure about it, but yeah.
All right. Well, I think that the chat's kind of getting to more of just ridiculous questions. I'm not sure if you really want to bother answering them.
I see that one about Angela Merkel. Yeah. I don't mind her. I don't know. She's...
I think that's. Oh well. Your DJM said, is Kerrigan more attractive pre or post infestation? Excuse me.
To be honest, I'm not aware of the looks of Kerrigan. So, sorry, I can't answer that one.
Oh my god. Oh well, Stratos has a more realistic question. What player besides Zeke do you fear most? In the foreign scene.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was gonna say Flash. I was gonna
me?
say Flash, but other than that, what?
He fears me, of all people.
Yeah,
BMW, yeah.
definitely is someone to fear. And I don't know. I think Alfio is a pretty tough opponent when he's active. He's like always he's like sending his buddies to ask me if I play him, but I always dodge because I don't want to lose. Yeah, and basically every Zerg, because even though like my PvZ got better, I'm still feel very uncomfortable with playing PvZ. So good Zergs in general, I'm afraid of. Yeah, that would be the persons I could think of.
Well, I think that probably concludes the interview with DOTY, unless you really want to say anything else. Because I think there isn't really much else talking about in the chat, and I don't really have any more questions. I don't think BMW has any more questions.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming on to our maiden episode, basically, for me and Fitz. It's really appreciated, you know.
Yeah, thanks.
Like I said, you are a legend in the scene, and it does mean a lot to me and Fitz, you know, to get somebody of your caliber on our stream. So
yeah, anytime.
And same thing to Plumbum.
Yeah, Plumbum, man, he was chill.
He was chill.
He was really chill.
To be honest, I'd really like to get, you know, DOTY, if you want to be a permanent, you know, or Plumbum wants to be a permanent. I think it'd be great having one of you guys on our show for sure, and then we could just expand. Because, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with State of the Game. In StarCraft 2, they have like 4 people, and sometimes they'll bring on a guest, and they'll pretty much just destroy the guest because there's 4 people trying to talk to them. But I mean, DOTY, if you're interested, you know, in being a spotlight guest, co-host sometimes, you know, I think it'd be great for the show.
I'd love to. Maybe you like Fitz said, and we could at the end like do a show match or something where I'm still in the Skype and we should just talk about it, you observe, and something like that. So we could mix it up. Definitely, I would love to.
Before we
we definitely go ahead.
I was gonna say, before we end, there was one other question for question time that apparently I forgot to add question time as the right overlay. But there was one question that I thought was really, really, I kind of agree with what, where is my show notes? Oh God, why am I so unprepared? Why? It was, Tupacalypse wrote it. He was pretty much saying, I'm trying to get the quote while I'm saying this, but he was pretty much saying like how there should be like a systematic way for events to be organized. Well, here's the quote. Quote, I noticed the lack of consistency between them being the events. I'm well aware that we are a small amateur scene, that people who are already organized in the organization have their hands full, but I think there should be some certain things that every organizer should fulfill to make their tournament more appealing. The most important thing is that the main thread of a tournament, or better yet, its Liquipedia page, is kept up to date, so everyone can quickly catch up with the tournament if they haven't been following it from the start. Another thing that should be standard for all tournaments is making VODs and possibly replays of all games available in a timely fashion. I'd say that's like 100% on ball right there, how that should be like pretty much organized. People on chat, what do you guys think? DOTY, BMW, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree that a good thread really helps keep the tournament up to date as far as organization, or just constantly monitoring your thread. Like, for example, like Awa, you know, he does a good job of just monitoring the threads to, you know, for bad manner or for questions about times or etc. You know, he does a good job. Nina's saying she's too lazy to do that, but I mean that's understandable too. You know, if you have a life, you know, you got work and school and shit, it's kind of hard. But at the same time, you know, That's why I leave tournaments up to people like Shimmy, Awa, you know, Puka, people that have fucking no life. Excuse my language.
Oh wow! Wow! Thank you. Wow.
Dody, that was coming from a mile away.
Before we go on to like some tangent, why don't you? Do you have any opinions on it, Dody, or are you just gonna? Do you agree with it?
Say it again.
Does Dody have an opinion on this or not?
Oh, okay.
Opinion on what? Sorry, I was like kind of dreaming.
Never mind.
Never mind. Okay, no offense.
No, it's fine.
Oh, I was like away for a minute.
No, it's fine. No, I'm not gonna go read like another like 5 lines of text.
Yeah, like dreaming in class.
Organizing a show match is easy.
What was that?
Organizing a show match is easy. Can you show up at this time? Hey Puka, can you show up at this time?
You know what? I think me and Dody are gonna have to have a 1v1 sometime. I'm gonna dominate this guy. My fire bat rush is going to dominate. I'm gonna tell you my build. It's gonna be a fire bat rush and it's gonna dominate you. Okay.
That would be so sick. Okay, we can do that. Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Should we do it now or should we do it next week or some other time?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay, hold on. All right. We're gonna go into a show match right now between me and Dody. This is gonna be fun. All right. So let's see if I can do this. Got to get StarCraft running. Okay. So this is not gonna go end well for me. This is gonna be a good way to end the show. This is gonna be a very, very nice way. Now, I'm just setting up stuff. So don't worry. That panel does not mean we're leaving yet. I'm just setting up a quick StarCraft. Where the hell is W launch? Actually, not W launcher. Where's iCCup launcher? Bam. My Firebat rush is so insane though. Like you don't understand.
I love Firebat rushes.
You know, it's really, really awesome. Oh, BMW, you want to say something?
I was saying, don't spoil your strategy.
No, he needs to be spoiled. Dude, do you know how good I am? Do you have any idea how good I am? Okay, my E rank ability is so good.
Hey, Dody, all I'm saying is watch out for Cannon Rush.
Yeah, I was, but I think
I'm being Terran. I'd play random, but I want to purposely Firebat rush the Protoss.
Okay.
Go channel go.
Go channel go. Oh god. Channel go.
Okay, so let's just play random.
If the viewers want to go to channel go to channel go.
On iCCup, I don't really know. Who's the third guy? Fits Dody and BMW, by the way, Toss Boy. Oh, I'm not in my right account right now. This needs to be because for referencing of the replay that someone stumbled upon this somehow, they need to know it's Puka. Because that's pretty much my ID right now, even though Fitz is my iCCup name. All right.
Hey, Fitz, give a shout out to our graphic artist too. By the way, I don't remember her name, but give a graphic
Brian.
Shout out.
If you guys are wondering about. Also for the YSL as well, when that overlay and splashing comes out, everything that like the overlay that I've been using, overlay, all that fun stuff, that is actually just from the from sharpedit.com. From sharpedit.com. She's really nice, Brian. So she made the overlay, she made the splash screen, she makes pretty much all of it for us. So she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Stratos,
I'm afraid I can't host.
What? I can host. I can host.
Okay, good. Then you do.
Okay. It's gonna be 1QAZX for game name and password. You know, we're gonna play on a balance map actually.
Okay.
All right. If that's up to you.
All right. Are you obsing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he got ops, definitely.
For justification reasons. All right. Oh, come on. Where's iCCup maps, observers? Okay, we need a balance map here.
What was the name again? You not have open yet. Okay.
I haven't made it yet. It's 1QAZX.
Oh god, here we go with the fucking names again.
Yeah, that's a crazy name.
It's not. It's just going right down the keyboard name. Okay, it's just like bam. All right.
Hey, whisper the password on Skype though. real fast.
I mean, it's like everyone on the stream can see it anyway. It's not like.
All right, yeah, it's delayed. Never mind. Go ahead.
All right, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Okay, so I should play Protoss or like what?
Yeah, you have to be Protoss, yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, this is gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, I know, right? And there's gonna be a lot of blue blood going
Hey,
on.
this is every nerd's wet dream to get to play an A- though. So congrats.
You know, I don't have confident ability in doing this at all.
Stop talking and concentrate. Me and Doty will talk while you concentrate.
I got this, man. My APM is so good.
So in the bottom right corner we have our Terran player, iCCup.BLITZ, also known as Puka, also known as Brood War Llama, also known as Massachusetts Stud, also known as never mind. And then in the top left corner we have Sam Jock Doty, who is I'm not gonna say his strategy because I don't want to spoil it for Fitz.
All right.
But this is cute play by Doty so far.
He's gonna fire that rush. Oh wait, hold on, hold on. Wait. You do refinery first, right?
I don't know. It's gonna be a surprise.
We got Felix right now coming out with a super sick strategy. If you've never seen this strategy, it's called.
Is he gonna cheat me?
Oh
Really?
shit! That's really just happened to me. That's the name of the strategy. It really actually happened. And right now, Fitz
He's gonna bro rush
figuring out what the hell is going on.
I don't know how to attack.
You got 4 probes in Fitz's main.
I got this.
Looks like he's.
I need to get the fire back.
He's trying to one-off kill right now. Fitz is moving all his SCVs to 1 patch. Doty is looking like he wants to stop.
I'm going. No!
I've never actually seen this happen.
I don't know how to micro SCVs.
350 APM on 4 probes right now. They're all hotkeyed to take down the CC. And Fitz is huddled around 1 mineral pad.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, and I got an idea. Yes! Oh, you cannot harass my SCV line. That.
I'm not sure if the string is working.
No, I gotta save the barracks. I gotta save the barracks. If I can get a marine out.
It's gonna be close, definitely.
Kill stuff. How are they going right through my stuff?
Doty's now doing 3 probes, 4 probes on 1 SCV. Will he take him out? Will he take out Fitz's SCV?
What's
really
the R button?
Repair! To take out that probe, making the racks right now. But it's Doty at the same time. He looks like he's dropping a gate. So, this is gonna be close for Fitz. Fitz really needs to get out 4
gateway
Marines
tech. I thought he just attacked me with 4 probes. What the hell? What the hell? I don't have enough to build a marine!
An A- is actually getting destroyed right now.
This is why I don't play Brood War. I set it in a mine! What is this? Mannering a Terran? That never happens.
Wow, this is some embarrassing shit.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's very mean.
Oh wow, Doty right now blocks off every single one of Fitz's SCVs and it is GG right now.
Is there a way to isn't there a way to phase out of this or something?
Go ahead and leave the game now, Fitz.
Oh wait, I think oh look at that! I got out, I think.
Oh, you got out 6 stuff, man.
You got 1 out, that's impressive.
I don't know. This is wide open. Worst show match ever. I call a best of 3.
Yeah, okay, sure.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm showing my stupidity to 45 people. I'm not doing it anymore. No. Is that a Nexus? How'd you get that much money? No! No! Wow, I can't.
Love how it says iCup 1 versus 1 SR for all final Sniper Ridge Flip versus Alfeo. So if you were just tuning into our stream and saw this and thought this was Flip versus Alfeo, you would have been like, what the fuck?
That would be sick.
Don't pay attention to the overlay.
No.
Hey, Fitz, what's that map with the giant bases that we watched that epic PvP on?
Huh?
What's that map with that we watched the epic PvP on? It was DOTY versus somebody.
I forget.
I think it was like DOTY versus Batman.
Well, you didn't let me fire bat rush you. GG. The caster. This isn't China. The caster doesn't have to GG. Well.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think.
Not your mana. That's good.
I think that's enough. I think that's enough of me. I don't have the ability to. You're D anyway.
You got nerd crying
He's
out of box.
D. He's D. He's not A plus.
Go, guys.
That guy. He just got lucky. He just got lucky. he just got lucky. That's the important thing. All right, unless someone else wants to go play DOTY. I think.
So all right.
I think that's everything. Unless you really want to do something else.
We need to make a rule for next time that if we get a pro gamer on like DOTY, we need to give them a certain stipulation, like DOTY can only use one hand.
I was gonna say that he can't use hotkeys.
Hotkey, something gotta do some rules for DOTY next time.
Yeah,
versus,
that would be cool. Sure.
Like no rush for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I can fire bat rush him. He can't attack.
You can do whatever you want, but DOTY can't do it. So next time we'll have the rematch next episode if DOTY wants to be on the episode next week.
Yeah, sure.
We'll have the rematch and we'll have some stipulations.
So I have to rematch and show my profound sacrapity on air, right? That's really what it's come down to.
Okay.
Like no, Blitz. The Blitz is now just like it's just a show match at the end of the game. That's the only reason why people watch this. That's the only reason why. To watch how bad Puka is. All right, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I think that's our closing comments. VOD will be up. We'll be back live next week, guys.
I'd like to once again thank Plumbum and DOTY.
I would do that
making
too.
This a successful inaugural episode.
Yeah, it was very interesting and very cool.
It's actually episode 2, actually.
But like.
No, I'm only kidding.
But really.
All right. Yep. So thanks, Plumbum, DOTY, BMW, me, the 52 people that are here.
Guys. It was fun.
I'd like to thank everybody that participated in the stream chat.
I just want to quickly interrupt you for a second. Stratos, this is not a cast, okay? I was not casting. This was Blitz. This is like a talk show, not a cast. Go ahead. Go ahead. And everyone is dumbfounded right now. Goodbye, people. Goodbye. Goodbye.